beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning to you out there. Thank you for joining us on Aloore Radio. We are transmitting live from the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. I am Taiwo Olani Review.
And hi, I'm Olukemi Omotosho. You are welcome. I have with me the Nigerian Tribune.
And with me is the Punch newspaper.
The first story I will read this morning says, drug business. Kyari, 4 policemen arrested. NDLEA officials indicted. With a rider, how he negotiated release of 25 kg cocaine, offered $61,400 cash, agency.
Okay, train of that story also very much on the front page of the Punch newspaper. On drug business, police tackle NDLEA agency and detains Abba or others. With a couple of riders, Kyari runs drug cartel that passes through Brazil to Ethiopia to Nigeria, says NDLEA. Arrest your officers on payroll of drug barons. Please reply anti-drug agency, and the DCP went on alleged illegal operation while on suspension, says FHQ NDLEA. Details on page 9.
And on ASU's warning strike, NANS threatens nationwide protest, blocks federal secretariat gates with rider ASU mom on next action after 4 weeks. Rejects Pantami's partnership, professorship. We are not aware of impending strike, federal government. That can be found on page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune.
And also a very concerning story on fuel scarcity. Armed policemen deployed to control queues, commuters stranded. And also have a rider, marketers complain of adulterated PMS trapped in filling stations. Details on page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
And another sad one says, 1 killed as smugglers customs clash in Ogun. That can be found on page 26 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Alright, after 42-day vacancy, Makinde names Lekan Balogun as the 42nd Olubadan of Ibadan land. Details on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
The twin of that story can be found on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune. Lekan Balogun is next Olubadan. Makinde affirms revoked amendment of Ibadan chieftaincy declaration. Buhari congratulates new monarch.
Okay. On presidency, Fayemi dodges question on 2023 presidential bid. Says prayers are ongoing. The Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi on Monday declined to confirm his alleged ambition to run for the office of the president in year 2023. Details on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
And PDP governors to raise panel to examine Nigerian security with riders. Buhari to sign Electoral Act now. Send amendment later.
The West African Examination Council has said there is plan to ensure the 2022 West African Senior School Certificate Examination that holds in May and June. It also revealed that the registration deadline for the examination had been extended to February 25, 2022. Details, the rest of the story is on page 13 of the Punch newspaper.
I'm still on political news. APC convention, zoning, consensus stall sales of funds as aspirant fume. That can be found on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune.
On business and economy, despite CBN intervention, rice records 92% price hike in 6 years. Well, we have never seen anything like that in Nigeria before, but now it is sad that the price of a 50 kg bag of locally produced rice rose by about 92% between January 2016 and December 2021, despite the various measures taken by the federal government to drive down the cost of the staple findings that have been shown. A survey of markets across Abuja and Lagos states reveals that the current average cost of a 50 kg bag of rice is 25,000 against the 13,000 naira in 2016, and even as we speak in Bodija market of Ibadan, a 50 kg rice is about 30 to 32,000 naira.
Yeah.
That is
on
really
page
fascinating.
7 of the Nigerian Tribune, I have CBN's 140 billion naira solar intervention will domesticate renewable energy exports. And with a rider, federal government commences disbursement of developers. That can be found on page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Still on business and economy, the House of Representatives Committee on Customs and Excise has approved the budget with estimates totaling 3 to 9 million in July. And so right now, The telecommunication in Nigeria has recorded about 9.28 million internet subscribers in 1 year, which may be as a result of the blame on the federal government's national identity number subscriber identity model data verification, because a lot of people have been unable to register, and this means that they would be unable to register with any telecommunication company as they so desire. That news is on the information and technology page of the Punch newspaper.
And still on business news, I have OISA mandates third-party practitioners to include 615 emergency numbers on billboards in order to improve on the security structures being put in place by the present administration in Oyo State. The Oyo State government, through the Oyo State Signage and Advertising Agency, OISA, has made it mandatory for third-party practitioners to display the 615 emergency number at the base of every billboard. According to the Director General of the agency, Honorable Temilola Adubi, the Oyo State government, through OISA, is trying to sensitize the people of the state about the importance of making sure they always make use of the toll-free emergency number. For the rest of that story, you can talk to page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. OISA mandates third-party practitioners to include 615 emergency numbers on billboards.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities has said Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board have no right to conduct higher institutions admission. A statement sent by the National President ASU, Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, said JAMB's action of handling higher institutions admission was an encroachment to the university autonomy. It explained that JAMB had no power to decide qualification for admission and had no power whatsoever to give admission or delist programs of universities. The rest of that story is on higher education page of page 23 of the Punch newspaper.
And still on education, NANS threatens nationwide protest, blocks federal secretariat gates, following the declaration of 4 weeks warning strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, on Monday. Leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has threatened nationwide protest. Immediately after the strike announcement by ASU, National President of NANS, Sunday Esefon, led squads of students to protest against the strike and block the entrance gates to Phase 1 Federal Secretariat Complex, housing the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, among others. It took the Dr. Adebayo Alao Akala, which was graced by so many dignitaries. We have the Vice President was there, political wits. We even have practitioners, Tampan of Oyo State, and so many people. They graced the occasion just to honor the late Governor Otunba Alao Akala. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen. Also, back to the issue of ASU strike. We have no problem with our lecturers that can make them join strike. On the part of the Benue State Commissioner for Education, Sawan Tamano, Go stated, "We don't have any problem with the university lecturers that will make them to join the strike because we don't joke with them, both academic and non-academic staff. They have been placed on first line charge and we wouldn't advise that they join national strike of ASU." And he added that the government should ensure prompt payments of salaries to teaching and non-teaching staff of the state university alike, and also support the provision of basic support and infrastructures in the institution.
I have the story on the Olubadan. It says Lekan Balogun is next Olubadan, Makinde affirms. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has approved the appointment of the Otun Olubadan, Senator Lekan Balogun, as the next Olubadan of Ibadan land. The approval followed a recommendation to that effect made by the Olubadan Council, and which was communicated to the governor. The governor's approval was confirmed in a statement by the Chief Press Secretary, CPS, Mr. Taiwo Adisa, on Monday. The statement reads, and I quote, "I am pleased to announce the appointment of the Otun Olubadan of Ibadan land, High Chief Lekan Balogun, as the 42nd Olubadan of Ibadan land. The appointment is in line with the Olubadan of Ibadan chieftaincy declaration, and as well as the unique and time-tested tradition of our people, On behalf of the government and the good people of Oyo State, I wish the newly confirmed Olubadan a successful reign, blessed with peace and unprecedented progress. End of quote. For the rest of that story, turn to page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune. Lekan Balogun is the next Olubadan, Makinde affirms.
Alright, congratulations to the new Olubadan of Ibadan land. The Apex Socio-Cultural Organization in Igbo land, Ohaneze Indigbo, Monday urged all the zones of